Hello. Okay, July is going to be filled with nothing but blessings. And I'm just saying, it's going to be a good month. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones that July is going to be a month for a lot of us is just going to like really set the tone for a lot of stuff. June was like the test, like, are you ready? Are you ready to receive all these blessings? Are you ready to level up? Are you ready? Are you ready? God was texting you. Yeah, I have my Invisalign and I can't talk today, so excuse me. God was testing you. And July is all about receiving those things that God was testing you for. I don't know if you feel that, but it is felt with me. It's felt with a lot of people. So July is all about this. I'm going to keep this video as sweet and simple as humanly possible because I know I rant a lot. I know I go off topic a lot, and I don't like that. I don't like that for you. So short and sweet and to the point. Okay, so July is all about this. And I did take notes because I don't want to leave anything out. I was thinking about this last night and I was like, perfect. Here we go. Remember this. Write this in your journal. Put it on a sticky note. Put it in your car. Put it everywhere. Put it everywhere you can. Put it in your shower. Put it on like the wall where you go to the bathroom. Like put it literally everywhere. Laminate it. Keep it nice. Okay, are you ready for this? What belongs to you will find you. Okay? If something is not meant for you, it is going to leave your life. And instead of getting chaotic about it and freaking out about that thing leaving, let it freaking leave. A friendship, a relationship, a job, a circumstance, a client. Bye. You don't belong here. And I'm not going to keep you here by force. Keep telling yourself that every single morning. What belongs to me will come to me. And what is meant to be yours will be yours. The more you try to force things, the less control you really have over it. And I don't know if you have ever experienced this before, but the more you try to control a situation, the less control you have over it. Let's say, there's a word for it, and I don't remember the word, but maybe you've dealt with this as like an early teen where you're like, oh my God, I don't want this to happen because this person's going to be with this person. And like you go down this like crazy thing in your head that's not even real. But oh my God, my rings are off. I'm cleaning them. I just realized that. Okay, back to what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is you overthink so much and you overanalyze so much that thing actually ends up happening. It's not a coincidence. You basically like manifest that crap into your life because your thoughts are actually things. Your thoughts create your reality. So what I'm trying to say to you is instead of freaking out over trying to keep things and control things and whatever, let it freaking go. What belongs to you will be yours. That's the first thing I have for you. What belongs to you will find you, and you don't have to worry about it. It's going to be easy and easy breezy, beautiful cover girl type shit. I can't. Okay. This is the other thing for July. Maybe you need a whole book of sticky notes. Stop trying to fit into places that you don't fit into or that you don't belong. If you feel like you don't belong somewhere, it's because you don't. Either you have grown out of those spaces or maybe you've never grown out of them. You just know so deep down that it's not meant for you in the first place. You didn't need to grow to not belong there. You just don't belong, okay? You don't have to fit in everywhere you go. And I wish I knew this in my early 20s. I wish, you know what, this is something that I need to tell myself every day, and you need to tell yourself every day, because we are really just our inner child, just trying to go through life, having a good time, playing, having fun, and fitting in is kind of a big deal, you know, like who doesn't want to fit in? Everyone wants to feel like they fit in and have a sense of belonging. But there comes a point in time where you just don't need to fit into every single space. And that's okay, because there's going to be another space for you that you will flourish in, and it's going to be really, really good. So I'm just saying, you don't have to fit into all those places because maybe they just don't match your energy. Maybe they don't match your standards, and it's okay to have standards, and it's okay to be like, you don't match my vibe. I want nothing to do with that. No, thank you, because you are who you surround yourself with. So just be careful about that. Okay, moving on to the next thing. Trust the process and the power of your mind. So I know we live in a world where we have this instant gratification all of the time. We have our phones, we have food in our freezer and our fridge that is like instant. I know that's kind of a crazy example, but if you think about way back then, we didn't have that. You had to like go hunt it and like skin it and like all that crap. Weird example, I know, but I'm just making a point to this whole thing. You need to trust the process. Baby steps are really, really good. And I heard it put this way once, and it changed everything for me. Really good things take a lot of time. And if you think about like a baby in the womb, you know, that takes a long time to conceive. It takes a long time for the baby to grow. It takes 9 months for the baby to grow. And then it takes another like year for them to even do anything. They're just blobs. And then it takes, you know, years for them to learn everything that they know how to learn. And then by the time they're 18, hopefully they know what they're doing and they go into the world and they find the sense of self. But my point for that whole example is things take time. You're not gonna, you know, try to conceive and the next day be like, oh my God, I don't have a baby right now. Or, you know, what if you start a business and you're like, oh, I just started this business yesterday. Why am I not a millionaire? Well, it takes time. Like, it just does. I think about the statue of David, and it's really remarkable because it's marble, and marble is one of the toughest materials, whatever. But it's so beautiful. There's not like chisel marks in it. It's like smooth and like nice. And imagine how long it took the creator, Michelangelo, is it? I don't know. Don't judge me if I got that wrong. I probably did. I'm not good with names. But imagine how long it took him to create that. It's a masterpiece, but that's his legacy. That's what he leaves behind today, like that. You know, we want this instant gratification. If you're trying to pray for something or manifest something and you're like, why isn't it here? It's not Amazon. Like, your manifestations and your prayers is not, God is not Amazon. Okay, you're not gonna be like, dear God, I want a pony and a horse and a farm and $1 million and a Ferrari and a G-Wagon and a huge mansion, blah, blah, blah. That's not how it works. Like, you need to put in the work for one, and you just need to be patient. So that's a ramble, whatever. But trust the process. And it's okay if you take baby steps. It doesn't need to be everything all at once, because it's just not going to work out that way. It just doesn't go that way. It just doesn't. Period. It just doesn't. So do something every single day that proves and shows to yourself that you are bringing that life that you want into your current reality. So it could be reading a page of a book, it could be writing a page of a book, starting the business, working on it every single day, creating a YouTube video, making a YouTube video every single day. And by the end of the year, you know, you'll be way far ahead. But it's the baby steps that really count. Okay? And understand that the power of your mind, it is so powerful. And like I said before, your thoughts create your reality. If you keep thinking to yourself, oh, I suck, oh, I'm never gonna get this done, and I'm never gonna be as good as them, you can't compare your page 1 to their like book number 6, right? Does that make sense? I don't know. You can't compare yourself. If you compared yourself, you'd just be stuck frozen all the time, and you just can't, which goes into perfectionism, which just goes into stalling, which it's just a mess. So really pay attention to the thoughts you have going through your head. Naturally, we're going to have negative thoughts. So you have to get in some positive reinforcement in your mind every day. An I am affirmation, a gratitude journal you can write in, but understand how powerful your brain is, because the moment that you take control of this, everything around you will change. It's just inevitable. The next thing is, your direction is more important than your speed, which kind of ties into trust the process. It's true. I say this every day, and I don't know if I've repeated myself on this topic specifically, but you might hear it come up a lot. You need a roadmap. You need a clear direction of where you're going, because if you don't, you're going to be this way, you're going to make U-turns, you're going to be here and there, everywhere, this, that. You need to have a strong sense of self, and then after you get a strong sense of self, usually comes the roadmap. There's a really good test, 16 personality test. It's a really good test. It's free. You could take it. It's really helpful. Get to know who you are, because off of that test alone, you could go into, okay, what would be a good job for me? What would be a good setting for me? What type of person am I? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? And write that in a journal and look at it every day and remind yourself of that. Not that I encourage you to look at your weaknesses every day, but if you have a weakness and you want to improve it, a good way to improve it is to, be intentional about it. And that's a good way to maneuver that. Getting clear on your roadmap. What I mean by that is, what do you want to do? What's your reason why? What? Like, where are you going? What's your end goal? You don't have to make this one goal and just well, I guess you do make one goal and make it really big, but you can have more than one goal. An example would be, I want to own a multi-million-dollar agency. I want to help people all over the world. I want to change one life at a time, or my goal is to reach one person at a time. Basically, have a really big goal, or 2 or 3 or 4. Let's draw it out. Let's draw it out. Let's paint together, okay? I don't have a pen and paper on me, so I'm going to just use my hands and pretend it's paint. You have your big goal here, which is have $1 million agency, have employees, have this big operation going on. The reason why for it is to change the world in a positive way, to spread love and light. Okay, whatever yours is, make it really, really, really big. It doesn't need to be $1 million thing. It doesn't need to be any dollar amount. It just, have it. The smaller goal would be, finish writing my book. And then the smaller goal in that would be show up every day. And then the really, really tiny things is how do you show up every single day? So just I know it's really probably not the best example, but really hone in on your roadmap. And the easiest way to get to the end goal is to make the big goal into tiny goals, because tinier goals are easier to accomplish, but it's your roadmap, okay? Once you get to this road, go to this road. Once you get to that road, get to this road, okay? Because if you're just get to Carolina right now from Florida, you're well, how do I do that? You follow the direction. You follow the roadmap. Do you see what I'm picking up? I feel like I'm rambling, but I'm really, really doing my best to stay on point with this video and just make it as digestible as humanly possible. I found that trick is the easiest way. And I will admit, I'm not really good sometimes at following every single step in the, I struggle with that. I'm going to be honest with you. We all have our things that we struggle with, but it's about the baby steps. And if you follow the baby steps, getting to the bigger goal is a lot easier if you do the little things first. It just is. Okay. Your direction is more important than your speed. So just remember that it doesn't matter. Slow and steady wins the race. You don't have to get there tomorrow. You don't have to get there next week. You don't have to get there next year. Just have your roadmap and say, that's my destination. That's where I'm going. And then slowly make your way. Because if you start going left, right, you're never going to get there. Okay. The other thing is be around good people, because like I said before, you are who you surround yourself with. And if you're feeling stuck and stunted and you feel like you can't get a grip, maybe a good indication of feeling that way is kind of the people around you. I'm not going to say every time it is, but it could be. Take a really good look at your life. Get a really good audit on your life. What are you doing? What are you spending your time doing? Are you taking personal, care into consideration? Really take a good hard look at your life. And sometimes it takes tough love, but be around good people, be around good energy, and be around good vibrations. And I know that sounds hippy-dippy, but it's true. Good vibrations. Listen, you have to be around people with good vibes, because the people with the really crappy vibes are like vampires and it will suck the life out of you. And if you don't believe that yet, honey, one day you will. It doesn't matter what you believe in. If you're Christian, Catholic, atheist, spiritual, hippy-dippy, vibes are a thing. It's just a thing. Vibrations are real. It's not just made up a woo-woo thing. It's a real thing. So get around things with good vibrations. That could look like the people you're around, the movies and TV shows you're watching, the people that you're listening to, what podcasts are you listening to? If you're listening to any, what music are you listening to? Because that can really, really, really hinder you. And I know you might not realize it, but if you know, you know. And it really affects a lot. Yeah, I was going to say, one of my girlfriends voice messaged me this morning and was like, I've been feeling so down and out. Literally, in my phone for the past, like, how many ever years? 15 years, maybe more than 15 years. I don't know. I've known her. We literally call her of sunshine because she's literally a ray of sunshine. Like, she is the sunshine, like, positive, happy. And yeah, of course she's human. She has her emotions, but she was telling me today how, like, down she's been feeling. And she was like, I just switched to listening to this podcast and I feel a million times better. So be around good vibrations. Even if you're alone, put on some good vibrations. Be a good vibration for yourself. Tell yourself this month that you deserve self-love. You deserve more self-love. So maybe this month it's just taking some extra care for yourself. We are, oh my God, wait, are we 7 months? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Oh my God, we're in July. I forgot for a second. Okay, we're 7 months into the year, which we're more than halfway, right? The math's mathing. I can't with myself. Give yourself some more self-love. Reassess. What were your goals in the beginning of the year? Get back on track. You have 6 months left. No, you don't. You have 5 months left. Whatever. That's a long time. If you start today with your what belongs to you will find you. Stop trying to fit in places you don't belong. Trust the process, the power of your mind. Your direction's more important than your speed. Be around good people, good energy, good vibrations. And keep telling yourself, I just died. Keep telling yourself that this month's about more self-love and trusting yourself and saying yes to yourself. What could the rest of your month look like? What could the end of the year look like for you if you started this today? All right. If you are watching this, good things are coming your way. It's just inevitable at this point that if you have made it almost 17 minutes in, even if you made it 5 minutes in, which you wouldn't hear this message if you didn't get this far, but good things are coming your way. So believe it to receive it and just get those sticky notes ready, okay? And the last thing I want to say is you are powerful, you are loved, and you are enough, okay? You are enough. And I don't know when the last time someone told you those things, that you are loved and you're enough. Just as you are, right in this very freaking moment, okay? And it's okay to feel the way you're feeling right now and to reassess, you know, and just get your stuff on track. We have 5 months left of the year. You're gonna do great, but you have to believe that it's going to go in a good, positive direction. Getting a spam call. No, thank you. Okay? Don't freak out. Everything's fine. I got a comment on here yesterday, and I wanted to share it with you. I really do want to share it with you because I've been saying, I don't know what number video I'm on right now, to be completely honest with you, but I want to share this comment because I keep saying in my video, if I reach one person, that's all I care about. That's all I care about. And I really want to read this to you because it made me really happy. And I hope that I could do this for you as well. So this person said, this is so weird. I've never seen you on here before, but your video popped up in my recommendations. I usually don't comment on videos or watch these types of videos, but thank you for this message. I really needed to hear that. I suffer from depression and anxiety. I used to mask them with drugs and recently got clean, and I'm now trying to find my purpose in life. Thanks, I subscribed. So that's my one person. I told you guys I wanted to find one person to make this all for something, because you know me, I always say this, time wasted is time never found again, and I'm putting a lot of time and effort into this. I want to reach one person, and that's my one person. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is because who is your one person? It doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. You don't have to work a substantial job. You don't have to be in this like high level job to change people's lives. You could change someone's life anywhere you are. At the grocery store, at the gas station. It literally, we could do this for hours. You could be anywhere. You could be anyone with any title, no title, schooling, no schooling. It doesn't matter. But just remember that everyone is going through something right now. You might not know. I don't know who this is. It's a stranger. Obviously. But me putting in the effort to show up for that one person, and I'm so thankful that they left a comment, because that's my goal. I reached my goal. Who are you going to affect? Who are you going to change? It doesn't have to be this gargantuous big gesture. You don't have to give them money. You don't have to do anything really. Just be you, show up, and you never know whose life you're going to change. And then maybe he'll take that message to his friend or his whatever and change their life. It's a ripple effect. So I just encourage you to be that one person for just anyone in the world right now. I feel like the world needs a little bit of love. It's absolute freaking chaos. But I feel like, we might not be able to change the world in a day, but you can change one person's day, in a moment. So that's what I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching. I'm so thankful that you're here. I really, 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 really am. This video series has been really interesting. I'm trying my very best to be consistent and show up for you and not lose my voice and change one person's life. That's all that I care about, is one person. And I'm going to keep posting. I don't know what day I'm going to end on. Maybe like the end of July. Maybe the end of July I'll stop with the videos, but maybe not. Maybe I'll keep going. Let me know. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you want, what do you want to hear, what's your life story, what's your reason why. I want to know. I want to know what's going on in your world. I'm curious, I wonder. I hope that you have an awesome July. And if you're not watching this in July, I hope you're having an awesome day. And if that whole message about, we have 5 months left into the year, whatever, apply that to like wherever you are right now. Just apply it and just go after it and get quiet and just be with yourself and be around good people and just enjoy every bit of this life, because you only get one. That's it. You get one. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling now. You guys are the best. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being you.